The reality and frequency of gun violence in the United States is America's major public safety problem, but it's also spooking some Canadian diplomats there.
I mean, the security situation in some of these, these places has deteriorated. Like you're hearing more demonstrations, shootings, underfunding of police departments, and all kinds of problems. And we're starting to see it really affecting our members.
On top of that, getting adequate health care coverage has made America a less attractive spot for diplomatic postings.
It adds a layer of stress and uncertainty and risk, frankly, that makes it difficult for people to, that makes it harder for people to look at these postings.
The healthcare problem is one affecting the civil service in Canada and around the world after the government of Canada switched insurance providers for its employees. It's a switch the new provider itself concedes overwhelmed its capacity to deal with claims.
That's something that's really got to be straightened out before it gets very serious and someone is forced to pay a fortune for medical care in the United States.
Senator Peter Beam spent a career with Global Affairs Canada, and now as the chair of the Senate's Foreign Affairs Committee, he led a year-long study to find ways to revitalize the Foreign Service. It's a service his committee argues is vital for Canada's future prosperity and security.
This is part of our government. This is part of what we do. This is who we represent. We represent an important, strong, diverse country, and we do that abroad. And that message has to get out there to Canadians so it doesn't get lost in the fog of politics.
Some argue diplomacy will be even more important to Canada in an era when the U.S. and other allies are questioning traditional alliances.
I would say, regardless of the outcome in the election in the United States, but especially if Trump gets elected, we need to massively ramp up diplomacy, ramp up our armed forces, and ramp up our development assistance, because Canada is in for a very, very rocky ride for the years to come.
The Trudeau government broadly agrees with calls to revitalize the diplomatic corps, but it is still figuring out just how to do that. David Akin, Global News, Ottawa.